Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I am actually sitting here about to go into Joann fabric for my very last time. So let me tell you all that I was here a few days ago, and I wasn't alone. I had the kids with me, so I wasn't able to really do a really thorough walkthrough of the store. I did manage to pick up a couple of items on that run, but because I had the kids, I was a little bit rushed, and I wanted to try to come back one more time alone so that I could take my time and really inventory all that they have left in the store in its entirety. So I am going to do that today. And before I go in to Joann, I stopped and got my coffee from Starbucks. I love the macchiato, the caramel macchiato with oat milk, so I have that so that I can go in here and have a peaceful somewhat slowed down experience. And I also tried for the first time at Starbucks, they had these potato and cheese chop bites, and I never had it before, but I figured I would try it this morning. And I did take a bite, and it's pretty good. I could see myself getting this more often when I go to Starbucks, although I don't go there a lot. But you know, on a morning like this, you know, I can see myself getting this again. So I'm going to go ahead and take another bite of this, and I'm going to go ahead into Joann Fabrics and see what else I can find on this very, very last run. Whew. All right, guys, that was so much fun. I got into Joann's at about 9:10, 9:15 or so. The store opened at 9, and I am just literally leaving out of the store, and it is 10:46. 10:46. So yeah, I would say I was able to take my time, not be rushed, and I was talking to some really nice consumers who were in the store. We talked about the different fabrics and their uses, and talked about how long we had been sewing, how we gained interest in sewing. It was just really fun. Really great time spent with it being my last day, my last time in Joann Fabric. So I am going to head to my next run, and then when I get back in the house, I will show you all what I managed to get my hands on in this last haul from Joann Fabric. All right, so I'm back at home, and I tried to organize everything in a way that would make this a lot easier to get through. So the first thing I can tell you is when I went into Joann looking for fabric, I was looking for things that I don't already own in terms of fabric type. So I don't have a whole lot of solid knits, so you're going to see some solid knits here, and I don't have a lot of shirting, so you're going to see some shirting here, and you're going to also see some fleece. Okay, so that's what I'm going to share with you all right now. So first things first, let me first start with the knits. So the knits that I have are basically solid colors, because I already have quite a few printed knits in my stash, because when Joann's was going out of sale about a year ago in another neighborhood nearby, I went in and I got lots of fabric then, lots of knit, but I don't have a whole lot of solid color knit. So this is what I got. So I got this, and everything is still on the bolt. Everything is on the bolt, and everything is, I think, 8 yards. So on the bolt, it was 8 yards. I got 70 to 80% off of the price that was on the bolt. And then I also got an additional 50% off once I got to the register. So you can already kind of imagine what kind of savings that's going to be basically in what I have here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So first thing, like I said, is this pointel, I think it's called. So I saw this when I went in the first time, and yeah, this is pointel. I went in the first time, and I looked at it and wasn't too sure about it. Went online and I tried to figure out what are some good uses for pointel fabric, and I saw things like cardigans, sweaters. They're lightweight because they have this pretty eyelet look to it, but this is a powder blue pointel, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, fabric, light blue, and that's 8 yards. It's gonna be kind of hard because all these bolts are pretty big, but try to do my very best to get this like really close to the camera. Then I got this pink, and this is a yes, it's a jersey knit. It's a floral knit solid, and brush for softness. And this is this here. It's just a basic solid. I love the fact that these are still on the bolt because that means they haven't been touched and tampered with and things like that. So sometimes when I look at these, I think that they're rather thin, but with the proper undergarment or just the proper pattern, I think this could be a nice top or a dress or a skirt or something like that. Then I got another pink. So I don't do a whole lot of pink, but I want to try to branch out and do a lot of different colors in my garments as I'm beginning to sew more. So when I can find brighter colors, I want to try to make sure I can, you know, put my hands on it and bring it home. So I did get this other pink, and this is actually a this is an interlock fabric. So again, it's a pink. You guys can see this. This is so awkward because it's all still on the bolt. I like to be able to like pick it up and show you all the drape on it, but it's kind of hard to do that right now. But that's the pink. And I was thinking about with some of the pinks, my youngest daughter, because she likes the color pink, so I could always make some things for her with the pink fabric. And then I got this silky drape fabric, and this is just called a silky solid, and it's drapeable. So this is like a rust color, and I'm scared to open it. I think I'll open a small end so I can kind of show you all a little bit of it. Let me see. Okay, here we go. So all right, so this is a rust color knit. Really nice stretch to it. It's more like a two-way stretch. It doesn't stretch all 4 ways, so it's a two-way stretch, and I thought that would be nice. So I got this. And that will conclude the knit fabric. So now I'm going to show you all some of the wovens that I purchased. So I said earlier in the video that I was looking for types of fabrics that I don't already own in my stash, because this would be the best time to stock up on some really decent fabrics. And I do not have a lot of shirting in my stash, and I have noticed that many of the patterns that I would like to sew, or I have saved in like various places to go back to later, they do require or are made best with shirting type fabrics. So I did pick up a few shirting fabrics, and I'll show you those now. So I got this blue here, It has like a seersucker look to it. Light blue. And, you know, shirting fabric is really good for summer garments because they're really breathable, they're lightweight, they're best used for like dresses and shirts if you want them to have like a flowy look to them, and you know, easy wear. They're just really good for, you know, spring and summer garments. So shirting, again, you can do shirts, you can do well, tops, generally speaking. You can do shorts, you can do pajamas, you can do pants. There's so many things you can do with shirting, but it's really a really great fabric to use for the spring and summer weather. So here is another. This is actually a cotton linen blend shirting, and it says spring on the end. So I did pick this up, which I thought was really cute. And again, 8 yards of that. And I got another shirting, just like a charcoal, or I can't tell if it's charcoal gray or if it's like a green, like an olive green. But there's a color line here, and it's really not picking up that well on the camera either. But so I'm not sure if that's a green. It looks like it's olive. I think it's like an olive green. So olive green, gray, and then that's like this white cream color here. So another shirting fabric. Now this shirting fabric, I wasn't sure about, because when I saw it the first time, I walked past it a couple of times and was like, I like it. It's shirting. It's a basic color. I think I'll get it. Maybe not. Then I was thinking to myself, is this like giving like healthcare worker vibe? And I wasn't sure if I wanted to give that kind of vibe in my garments. But then I was speaking with a lady in the store, and I did not get her name or anything like that, but we spoke for a pretty long time. And I asked her thoughts on it, and she said that she thought that she had purchased it as well, and she was not even thinking healthcare worker related when she picked it up. She wasn't thinking the color would have been healthcare worker related at all. And she said that if I purchase it, she definitely recommended that I got it. She said, but if I was concerned about it giving off a healthcare worker look, just make sure that I accessorize it well, or I could even think about using like some coordinating or contrasting thread to give it a little pop of color and a different look. And this is the fabric here. So that was a lot, but I just wanted you all to kind of get the backstory on this fabric before I showed it to you. But yes, it's like a it's blue, and it's not quite a powder blue. It's a little darker than a powder blue, but this is also shirting. And the good thing about it is that it definitely says that it's odor and wrinkle resistant. Even more reason why she was like, I got it. There's only 4 left, 4 bolts left. If you think about getting it, you know, if you don't get it now, think about coming to get it later. Guarantee you by the time the store closes, it's going to be gone. So, and I believe her, because it was starting to pick up a little bit in there when I went, and they were already getting like low on a lot of their different stock. So I did pick this one up. Okay, so then here is another one that I purchased. And so this here is called a classic sportswear spring. It is moisture wicking. I don't know what that really means. And it says it's quick dry and it's wrinkle resistant. Now, when I got this, I was not thinking anything sportswear related at all. I was thinking about muslin fabric to make toiles. And I thought this might work well because it's light in color, right? It's the typical color fabric that you use when you're making a toile or when you're using muslin. And I figured that it was lightweight enough where if I wash it, it would get it would soften up even more, and I can use this as a toile or as a muslin to create a toile. So that's why I purchased this one here. And Again, it's 8 yards of it. And it's so funny because the same lady who I spoke to about the blue shirting, I convinced her to purchase this because there were only, I think, 3 left after I picked up this one. And I told her that that was my intent, was to use this to do a toile or a test garment. So I'm hoping that this will work out for that use. And then, so I picked up a couple of licensed character fabrics. So I remember Happy Days back in the day. I remember Happy Days, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Happy Day. So I got this 8 yards as well. And I picked up another licensed fabric, and this is the Cheers theme licensed fabric. So I don't know if you all were fans of Cheers, but one of the main characters recently passed. So while I thought about getting this to use as a test garment again, I plan to do a lot more in terms of testing my garments before I actually make them with my fashion fabric. I did think about this and the Happy Days as the potential use for like toiles or something like that, but now that I have it, I'm second guessing that because I feel like these are fabrics that I'm definitely not gonna probably see again anywhere soon, and just because of the significance now of the character who recently passed. I think his name was Norm, and he's on here right now drinking his drink. So this is probably something I'll want to be very selective in how I use it, as well as the Happy Days garments, Happy Days fabric. So I will have to give that some more thought. And yes, so I saw this one a while ago when they were first starting. I think I saw this just before they started the liquidation sale. So I was in Joann about a month or 2 ago, the day just before the liquidation, and I saw this fabric and was going to purchase it, and I didn't. And I'm so surprised that I went back and it was one bolt of this fabric there, one bolt. I mean, it threw me for a loop. But it's a smocked or sheared dress, and it's in this lovely animal print. Oh my gosh. I put this in my cart so fast, okay? Like, I was not about to see anybody walking around the store with this in their cart because this was the only bolt left, and I love some animal print. And I made a sheared or smocked shirt last summer, and I would love to make another one with this, or maybe even a dress this time, or I believe Brittany J. Jones did a jumpsuit, and I think she'd use like the shirred fabric, so I'm gonna go back to that as well. But this right here, I was not about to let this go at all, so got my shirred fabric. All right, so that would be it for the knits. Let me get into what I have in the winter fabrics. I did get a couple of winter fabrics, so here they are. This coming winter, I would like to do some small projects using some Sherpa. So I picked up just some white Sherpa. I think this was like $12.99, and then 70% off, and then again I got 50% off of that. So you can imagine how much I paid for this, which wasn't much at all. I got this here, and I got this green color as well. I thought these would be really nice colors for the winter, so I do have this, and I still have some other Sherpa in my closet here. Yes, cream and tan. So when I get ready to work on some Sherpa projects, or projects that require Sherpa, I have 4 different color choices I can pick from. And then another fabric that I looked at a couple of times, and they only had 3 left, but it just kept calling my name, and I just wasn't really sure, and it kept calling my name. So I answered, and they came home with me, and that would be this Luxe fleece here. So this Luxe fleece here is like a really pretty green, a green and white with a little hint of black. Oh, tell y'all, these are some heavy fabrics. And yeah, so this is just really, really nice. I like this. And what I envisioned with this was maybe a robe, or if not a robe, I could do a lightweight coat or a lightweight sweater, something I can throw on that's long. I really do feel like this would really be nice if I did it in a long fabric, a long not long fabric, but a long garment of some sort. I think that would just give it some drama. So I did pick this up as well. And again, this was 8 yards. So that's this. All right, so that is it for the fabric. Oh, well, not really, but it's it in terms of like the bolts and the rolls of fabric that I have here. All right, so I had to switch corners because the corner where the fabric is a total mess right now, and I need to figure out what storage will look like for my several bolts of fabric. But I did have a couple of other odds and end items that I wanted to share with you that I got as part of my very last Joann haul. So the first thing I purchased, or that I have here, is this just a top-notch storage bin, and that's where I have all of the things I purchased today sitting here ready to go. How I plan to use this storage bin, honestly, is probably to put all of my cutting tools, not my cutting tools, but the items I use to do my pattern drafting and my fabric weights in here, because it just will give it a cleaner look and it'll keep everything nice and covered. So that's my thought process on this. So we will see how that works out for me a little later once I'm ready to come in here and do some organization. But I picked up these 3D stickers, and these are like summer ready stickers, Caribbean travel, Bahamas type theme. And I really probably should have got 2 of these, but I just got 1 because I'm thinking about wanting to try to experiment with some resin. And I've seen a lot of folks learning how to use it to make all types of items, one of which are like paper weights and fabric weights. So I thought maybe, just maybe, I could try my hand at that for a little bit and see how that does for me. Not that I'll be making anything to sell, but I think I might be interested in learning how to make them just for my personal use. So I do have 1 pack of these. And honestly, I got the 1 pack and I thought to myself that this will probably be enough to make like maybe a set of 2 pattern weights or fabric weights. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's got some birds in here, some coconuts and some palm trees and a nice summery drink. So I thought that'd be great. Very inspirational as I am, as I'll be sewing items for the summer. I do really like having wide elastic, and they're not always easy to find in the stores. So I did pick up 3 rolls of this soft waistband elastic. It's 2 inches and it's 2 yards. I picked up 3 packs of these, and it truly is soft. Now, I don't know that it's soft enough that it will prevent a roll down, but because it's a wide band, I feel like it should be just fine if I use it on the right garment and sew it in correctly. So I got 3 of these. And here's the second one. For some reason, I don't know where the paper went for this one, but they all are definitely 2 yards. And I got an assortment of zippers, like zippers. The brand that's normally sold in Joann, I can't think of the name of it. I think it is Coats and Clark. The ones that have the multicolors, the nylon ones, I think sometimes I feel like they don't feel as sturdy and like they'll last as long. So I went for some more heavy duty style zippers, and honestly I only purchased certain colors in bulk because I have some specific projects in mind for these. But I got some silver metallic zippers, and I did all 9-inch. I think 9-inch is a great standard for what I plan to do with those. So I got 4 of the metallic ones. I got 4 of the 4 of the just the black with the silver hardware. And let me see, what else did I get here? And I got some blue zippers as well. And these are all, again, 9-inch. They all have a closed bottom. And if I need to cut them to make them shorter, you know, I can easily cut off, you know, as many inches as I need to. But I did get the standard 9-inch ones here. And I did get 2 of the longer, or 3 of the longer all black ones. And these are coil separating, so that means at the bottom this separates. I think that's what that means. This separates at the bottom. But when I purchased these, I was thinking I could still have some black zippers, and again, if I need to make them shorter, I can cut them. And then not only that, if I purchase some zipper pulls, I'll have 3 more zippers, you know, ready to go. So I think that will work. So I got some zippers. Oh, and let me show you all this tote, this compartment thing here. So it comes with 3 separate little containers. And they all fit snug in here, like so. Okay. And then it has 3 other containers, longer ones, rectangle in shape, and they fit in here. So I've got lots of compartment space, lots of things I can do with these. I can put thread in here if I wanted to and just use the trays for something else, but I've got a lot of different things I can do. I can mix and match and move things all around. And honestly, this little tray right here could actually double as just a little station for my table as I'm sewing and cutting and drafting and things like that. So very, very useful and handy tote. So I'm going to put all this stuff back in here, and then I'm going to see what I've got over here in this other bag that I can share. Oh, okay. This is my favorite stuff. My favorite. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. So, okay, so do I need more candles? Not really. I have quite a few over there, but these candles were 90 cents a piece, like less than $1. And I love the inspirational quotes on them, so that's why I purchased them, because although they are also a single wick, I could burn them all at the same time and probably get a really nice scent going in my room. So this one here says, "Yay, you did it." Very inspirational for my room. This one here says, "Trust your journey." I love that. Like, As y'all all know, this sewing thing is definitely a journey. And it smells so good. And this one here is stay present. Stay present. Yeah, so as I am sewing and I am in my moment, I want to remain in my moment as I'm sewing. And then believe in yourself. That says believe in yourself. So these are really just nice candles to have. Even if it's not to actually like to burn them, just to kind of have these little reminders in my room as I'm getting into what I'm doing in my sewing space. So then I picked up some appliques. So I was thinking as I was looking at what they had left in terms of appliques for my youngest, I could do some t-shirts for her this summer and do some hearts on it. These are all iron-on, but what I think I probably would do is maybe just go around it and maybe do a little bit of stitching just to make sure that they're reinforced on the t-shirt or whatever I put these on. So that's the applique here, 2 of those. I did get this little cute butterfly. I can put that on something. And I got these bumblebees. I thought these are really, really cute. Now, honestly, I got these for myself because I could just see myself putting these on a black t-shirt or a black tank top or something, and it would just be a really cute garment. So got that. Oh, how can I forget? And I got these little seashells, not seashells, but sea life appliques. Again, I was thinking for traveling this summer, for my youngest, maybe on another t-shirt or a tank top, just something just to be a little festive. So I got this. And then I got some fat quarters. So the fat quarters, the selection of fat quarters were not many in terms of colors. They only had like some dark gray, some blue. They had a tan color, and there was something else, but they didn't have any printed fat quarters at all. So I did grab a couple of fat quarters, and I got 3 different colors, and I got about 4 of each. So I got this royal blue, royal blue color, and I did pick up the this gray. It's like a gray, I think that's gray. It's like a grayish brown. It looked more brown in the store, but it looks gray here. So it says charcoal solid. So I'm actually glad that it's gray. It's more of a neutral color. So I got the gray. I mean, not that brown isn't, but you know, gray is always good to have. And I got the taupe color, and this is called, yep, it's called taupe solid fat quarter. Yep. So I would say, what's up? So I would tell you all that I am super happy about everything I purchased on this last haul for Joann. I must say that I began my sewing during the pandemic officially, and Joann had been my one-stop shop for a lot of things sewing related. A lot of what I have here in my room in terms of my notions and my fabric and things like that, my needles and stuff, it came from Joann. So I am truly gonna be sad to see them gone, but I have done a video a couple weeks back where I'm talking about, you know, now that Joann's is gone, now what? How do we remain strategic in how we approach our sewing projects? So go ahead and check out that video, because I'm definitely going to be reminding myself, now that Joann's is gone, to be very planful about my sewing projects, making sure that I am thinking them through ahead of time and getting online and finding what I need for my project, so that I'm, you know, able to get them done and not have to worry about not being able to find what I want to find like same day, if that makes any sense. But all that to say is I am saddened to see Joann go. I do want to confirm that I was told by another customer in the store that Joann's is in fact throwing away merchandise. They are still throwing away patterns. I just found out that the store I went to, they threw away lots of patterns like a few days ago. And apparently now that the liquidators, I hope I'm saying this right, but apparently now that the liquidators have gotten what they wanted from Joann, they now no longer have an interest in what's being sold. I don't know how true that is, or if that even makes sense, but I've been hearing that they are like literally giving away stuff sometimes, and just like not giving away stuff. Let me not say that. They're not giving away anything, but they are throwing things away, specifically patterns. I did also hear that a couple days ago, like some of the lamps, I think is it the auto lamp? The very popular lamp that a lot of people get that craft and do sewing, that they were selling those for like $40, and those lamps go for like hundreds of dollars, I think sometimes. I don't know, but I heard they were selling those like really cheap. I wasn't there that day because I probably definitely would have grabbed myself one because I had been looking at those lamps, but I'm okay with the one I had. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I don't know. I'm hoping that if you are losing Joann and you have been used to having a Joann in your area, that you will strongly consider going online and trying to find, small businesses in your neighborhood or in your area that you can support. I think now we're probably going to be seeing a whole lot of different smaller fabric stores, being birthed and being talked about, because we're now losing one of the biggest, chains of fabric and crafting. But yeah, so don't let that discourage you though. Like, you can still sew even if you're just starting. Don't let the closure of Joann Fabrics, make you feel like, you can't, it's no use, like you don't want to sew, because it's not true. There are lots of other places you can go and buy your fabric in your community, online. Certainly there are so many online, but just stay engaged in the community, know what's out there. Just be open and be willing to try new things, try new fabrics, go to like your local Goodwill stores or your thrifting store. Those are great places to go and get linen that you can also use for sewing and things like that. We hope that this video is encouraging to you, and let me know if you have any of these fabrics already that I shared. Let me know what did you make with those fabrics, so I can start thinking about some different things I want to do and try to get done. And I want to say, if this is your first time watching my video, I want to thank you so much for staying this long. And I do hope that you would like this video and subscribe and come back again for a lot more sewing content as I shared about my journey. And even if it's not your first time and you're already subscribed and you're already a part of the community here, thank you for staying engaged. Thank you for being a part of this journey as I share what I'm doing in terms of sewing. And until we come together again, take care and God bless every last one of you. Bye.